What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode number 729 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the city of Vineland. It's your boy KB coming at you solo dolo to get your Phillies home opener week started off on the right foot. We're going to dive into the opening series for the Fightin' Phils, go around Major League Baseball, check in on some run differentials as well, and of course, check in on that Platinum Plunk Award. A lot to dive into, along with March Madness. The Final Four is set, and whatever the hell else comes across the docket. But we have a lot to dive into, which is extremely fun. Baseball is here, and we're going to dive into all of it. So before we get started, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. Your boy is going to be at opening day. Your boy is going to be at opening night. Your boy is going to be at the game on Thursday afternoon. And your boy is going to be there for the series finale against the Dodgers next Sunday. So you don't want to miss any of the stuff we got coming from Citizens Bank Park. I have a new video coming out that I'll get into later as well to show you all the new stuff coming to the bank. But you got to follow us on the socials at Underground PHI. You can follow me at KBIZZL311 on Twitter and KBIZZLE11 on TikTok. Subscribe to the pod. KBIZZLE11 on Instagram and Threads. KB Underground on TikTok. Subscribe to the pod. Subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It genuinely helps this show continue to grow so much, guys, when you subscribe. It allows us to do more dope stuff with and for you guys. So keep subscribing. Apple, Spotify, leave us a 5-star review. And subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. That's where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes of every show on our network, full video episodes of everything we got. Clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. We are at 1,050 subscribers. Means we're 50 away from 1,100, which means we're 950 away from our next 1,000. So keep on subscribing. Smash that like button. Click the bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. And leave us a comment in the comment section below. And, of course, leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. I'll react to the voicemails on every single episode that we get them. So leave us a voicemail. Give me your thoughts on the Phils, the Flyers, the Eagles, the Sixers, the Union, the Wings, the Water Dogs, or just anything that comes to mind. I'll react to it if you leave me a voicemail at speakpipe.com/UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. And this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland, and the city of Vineland municipal calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. The calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. And through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city, Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Phillies fans everywhere, the first series of the 2025 season is in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. The Phillies take 2 out of 3 from the Washington Nationals down in D.C. to start the season, and we are underway for 2025 as the Phillies attempt to repeat as division champs, look to capture the National League pennant, and inevitably win the World Series. Our Phillies coverage on this episode brought to you by our friends over at 47 brand. Guys, I'm rocking one of my favorite 47 brand hats right now that I got at the team store last season, and I can't wait to go to the 47 Alley store at Citizens Bank Park on Monday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, and on Sunday, because I swear every time I'm there's something new in that store that gets me absolutely hyped. When I was at the sneak peek, I saw some new 47 brand merchandise as well that had me salivating. 47 brand is my go-to headwear of choice. I'm always rocking 47 brand. I'll be wearing it at every game I'm at this week and pretty much all season. Use our link in the description so you can stay styling and profiling all season long with 47 brand. Check out their eclectic lineup of Phillies hats, merchandise, Eagles hats, Sixers, Flyers, Union, Iron Pigs, college. They've got everything that you could possibly want to make sure your headwear is pristine, because as I always say, the hat makes the fit. Use our link in the description. Get free shipping on all orders when you use our link and join the 47 family today. Again, use our link in the description and join the 47 family so you get free shipping on all orders with our friends at 47 brand. And we thank 47 for being a proud partner of the podcast. The Phillies took 2 out of 3. They win the first one on Thursday by a score of 7-3. They win on Saturday 11-6. And then they drop the series finale 5-1 on Sunday. We'll start with the opener. You know, Bryce Harper doing the thing, bashes a home run. Kyle Schwarber hits his first Schwar bomb of the season, hitting cleanup in this game. Max Kepler draws 2 walks, gets a hit, scores a run in this game. Nick Castellanos draws a walk, gets a hit in this one. You know, the boys were buzzing. Alec Boehm had a phenomenal game in Game 1. 2 hits, scores a run, 2 RBI in 5 at-bats. Zach Wheeler was absolutely magnificent. Surrendered just 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts over 6 innings. Orion Kerkering came in relief, as did Jordan Romano. And yes, I said Romano because that is what he has told the media. That's how his name is pronounced. He says that's the Canadian way to pronounce his name, so that's how I will be referring to Jordan Romano. Jose Alvarado came in and looked fantastic, pitched an inning with 2 strikeouts, and Matt Strahm closed it out with a strikeout of his own. The boys came through. You know, it was an extra innings win. They scored 4 runs in the 10th to get the win, and you got to win games in different ways in Major League Baseball if you want to be successful, and the Phillies did just that. They came to play. You know, they kept it close, and then, you know, they battled back and inevitably got the win, even though, unfortunately, Zach Wheeler deserved the win in this game. He doesn't get it, but the Phillies get the win, and they start the season 1-0. Alec Boehm was fantastic. Schwarber and Harper hitting the home runs was great. And Max Kepler, who I told everyone to be aware of, had a pretty solid debut as well. Jose Alvarado looks fantastic. That's a great sign for this team in the early go. And then they bounce back on Saturday as well. Kyle Schwarber goes yard. Bryson Stott goes yard. Did it for Coop. Shout out to the Stott family. Brandon Marsh goes yard in this game. Johan Rojas picks up a pinch hit of his own. Max Kepler, another hit, or another run in this game, excuse me. He walked in this game. Bryce Harper, 2 for 5. Alec Boehm, 2 for 5 with a walk. Schwarber was 2 for 5 with a run, 3 RBIs in that home run. Stott was 2 for 3 with 2 walks, 2 RBI. Brandon Marsh was 3 for 5 with that home run of his own. Edmundo Sosa got the start in this game too. He had 2 hits, walked once, drove in a run, scored a run of his own. That was the unfortunate part of Saturday's game. Trey Turner scratched with back stiffness. He missed Sunday's game as well. So we'll see if they but rest him on Monday to give him kind of 4 straight days of not playing. And we'll see where it goes. But that is the unfortunate part. JT Realmuto also fouled a ball off his foot in this game. Left the game precautionary. He was out on Sunday, but he's expected to play Monday, so that's a good sign for JT. Jesus Luzardo, which, did I not say from the jump, everyone, that the moment the Phillies acquired Jesus Luzardo, I was stoked. I said, this guy is going to be an absolute menace in this rotation. And what a debut. What a debut. I want to pull up the numbers here because it was genuinely a masterclass debut from Jesus Luzardo. As we look here from Phillies notes, Jesus Luzardo's 11 strikeouts on Saturday were tied for second most by a pitcher in their debut with the Phillies since at least 1893, with Jim Bunning on April 15th, 1964 against the Mets. Garrett Stevenson had 12 strikeouts in his first start with the club on May 13th, 1997 versus St. Louis. Tied with Jim Bunning for the most strikeouts in their debut with the Phillies since at least 1893. The dude is a dog. The dude is a dog. I told you guys. Let me read that again. Jesus Luzardo's 11 strikeouts are tied second most by a pitcher in their debut with the Phillies since at least 1893. Tied with Jim Bunning on April 15th, 1964 against the Mets. The only pitcher to have more than both Luzardo and Bunning was Garrett Stevenson on May 13th, 1997 against the St. Louis Cardinals when he had 12 strikeouts in his first start with the club. Luzardo went 5 innings, gave up only 5 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, but struck out 11. He was phenomenal in this game. Jose Ruiz pitched in this one. He gave up an earned run, gave up 2 hits. Tanner Banks came in, looked really good, in my opinion, only gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. Carlos Hernandez had a very shaky debut in his Phillies debut, maybe changed the number from 35. Shouldn't be wearing Cole Hamels' number. He gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout, and then Joe Ross came in to finish the game. He did give up a run late, walked a batter, struck out 1 against his former team. But the Phillies' bats came to life. They scored throughout the game, which was a great sign. 14 hits in this one, and they battled to take the series in the first 2 games. And then on Sunday was a different story. I know everyone likes to blame Aaron Nola. He's like the scapegoat for when things go wrong. I don't understand why. Like, Aaron Nola is a very, very, very good pitcher. A lot of teams would kill to have Aaron Nola in their rotation. Did Aaron Nola give up a 3-run home run against a noted Phillies killer in Josh Bell? Yes. Did the Phillies only score 1 run and it was in the 9th inning? Yes. You can't win if you don't score. And here's the thing. The Nationals scored 5 runs on Sunday on 2 home runs. The Phillies had 8 hits in this game. The Nationals had 9. You have to be able to score runs to win in Major League Baseball.
At the Vineland Municipal Utilities, we understand that when our business community thrives, we all win. As a not-for-profit utility, our reliability, lower cost of operations, and flexibility in meeting customer needs make doing business in Vineland beneficial to your bottom line. What's more, we are able to do so while maintaining our commitment to environmental stewardship. We look forward to helping you achieve your business goals now and for years to come. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Like you're not gonna win games if you don't score, and when you put up enough hits to combat what the Nationals are doing, when they get the 9 hits, but they only scored on 2 home runs, you have to be able to combat that. Nola lost command, in that 5th inning, that 6th inning as well. Only goes 5 in the 3rd, gave up the 5 runs. He still had 8 strikeouts. He was cruising until that 4th inning rolled around. And then that's kind of where he lost it. Jose Ruiz came in for 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Matt Strahm came in, got a strikeout. And Tanner Banks came in and got an inning of work again as well. But you have to be able to combat that. And here's the thing, too. The Phillies have this approach sometimes, and I like what Ricky Batalico said in the post-game show. He said, this was almost like a nightmare game from last year, where, you were asleep and you had a nightmare and you were watching the Phillies of 2024. The approach in this game, outside of maybe 3 guys, I would say Nick had great plate discipline again, and I tweeted that, and I'll get to Nick because I've been very impressed by what I've seen from him so far in the early go. Edmundo Sosa was fantastic. Brandon Marsh had a great game. Drew 2 walks in this game. Here's the thing. Alec Boehm, frustrated, 0 for 5 in this one. I know he wanted some of those back. He missed a couple by just a smidge that could have gone out. Alec Boehm has this tendency, and you guys know I am a staunch Alec Boehm defender, but Alec Boehm, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber sometimes, a lot of the Phillies have this tendency where they swing at the first pitch that gets thrown to them. And I know, and John Kruk talked about this too in the postgame, where if they swing at the first pitch and they rope a double, nobody's talking about it. But if they swing at the first one and they ground into a double play or something, it's he wasn't disciplined. Here's the thing. More often than not, I would rather see our hitters, who are very talented, take pitches to work a pitcher's pitch count and make them earn that battle with the hitter at the plate. Why are you going to just give them one chance to throw you a pitch? See what they're throwing. Get an idea of what's going to be coming at you. And then take your approach. Look for your pitch. And it's not even that, Boehm or Harper or some of these guys are seeing their pitch the first time. It's almost like no matter what, it's like green light, go, first pitch no matter what for them. And that's a problem. That needs to be taken down quite a few notches for this team to have success, because you can't have runners on first and second, runners on second and third, and swing at the first pitch, line out, ground out, and then there's a double play and that ends the game. That's going to kill you throughout the season. That's going to kill you, especially in the playoffs. And that's where the plate approach has to be better. That's where the plate discipline has to be better. And on the flip side, I think that's where it has really been better with somebody like Nick Castellanos in the early go. I watched every single game this weekend like I always do. You guys know I am full-blown diehard Phils guy. Nick Castellanos' approach, I was very impressed. And I've been a huge fan of Nick from the beginning. I've been following Nick's career since he was in Detroit, when he went to the Cubs, the Reds, and now obviously with the Phillies. And I know people have a tendency to get, pretty critical of Nick. If you watch Nick this first 3 games, you should be impressed by what you saw. Nick's not chasing pitches right now. He's got 4 walks in 3 games. For context, he had 41 walks all last season, including 2 intentional. And I don't know the way that Major League Baseball divvies them up on their website, so let me check Pro Baseball Reference or Baseball Reference. Excuse me. Okay, so 41 regular typical walks. And then he was intentionally walked twice in 2024. So it's 2 separate things. Okay, so a total of 43. So 43 total walks in a 162 game season. For reference here, let's do a little math. 43 divided by 162. That's averaging like 1 walk. That's like 0.265 is the percentage there. That's 1 walk per 27 games, pretty much. That's kind of wild. Kind of 1 walk per 27 games of a season. He's got 4 already this year. And I'm definitely going to be keeping track of Nick's walks now. Because I love the way he's been at the plate. I think he's been really disciplined. I think he's really seeing pitches well. And I'm excited for him. You guys know we are a huge Nick Castellanos podcast. And to see him taking the plate approach, not swinging at things in the dirt, really has me excited about, his start to the year so far in 3 games. Can't be mad about that. Marshy looked good in this series. Schwarber, overall solid series. Obviously had the 2 home runs, so that's great. Harper looked pretty good as well. Bryson Stott looked great on Saturday. Need to see that just continue. And, we'll see how the boys bounce back from the first loss. Sitting at 2-1. You can't win them all. Can't go 161-1 unless you lose 1. So, overall, not mad at the performance. Overall, very positive trip to D.C. to start the season. And the Phillies are, for the first time, not in sole possession of first place in the National League East. I will get into that in just a moment, but I want to talk to you guys about our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. Guys, there's no doubt in my mind that you will stand out in the crowd with our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. With their unique designs for all, you're going to stand out at the tailgate at the Phils games. Whether you're going to Subaru Park this season or anything in between, go to PHI Apparel Company to get styling and profiling and get your official Underground Sports Philadelphia podcast merch. Go to phiapparel.co, and when you go to checkout, use code UNDERGROUND, and you'll get 10% off your next merch order. Again, code UNDERGROUND, phiapparel.co to get 10% off your next merch order. And look your best. Stand out in the crowd with the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. So the Marlins had a 4-game series. They won 3 out of 4 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They now have sole possession of first place in the National League East for the first time since May 2nd, 2024. The Phillies do not have sole possession of the NL East first place title. It belongs to the Marlins as of now. The Marlins have a series against the Mets upcoming. The Phillies will head home for 6 games against the Colorado Rockies, the LA Dodgers, and then where do the Phillies go after the Dodgers series? The Braves. Okay. So right now the NL East is the Marlins at 3-1, the Phillies at 2-1, the Nationals at 1-2, the Mets at 1-2, and the Atlanta Braves are a delicious 0-4. 0-4 are the Atlanta Braves. It's a beautiful sight. Love to see that. We're gonna go and just take a look at, some stats like we always do. The NL East run differential and MLB run differential game is back. If you're new to the show, this is something that started in 2021 as kind of a joke bit that my former co-host, Matt Castorina, my brother-in-law, brought up to me on the show, and we've just kind of kept it rolling now, and it's going into its 4th season of us keeping track of the run differentials, because I genuinely believe run differentials tell you a lot about the story of your win-loss total. Taking a look at your run differential tells me you're either pitching really well or pitching really poorly, or you're hitting really well or you're hitting really poorly. It helps define the way that your season is going. And I understand it's 3 to 4 games. If you're the Dodgers and Cubs, 5 games into your season so far. So some numbers are a little skewed one way or the other. But we're going to dive into the run differentials. First with the National League East. The Marlins are 3-1. They have scored 16 runs, given up 14 for a +2 run differential. Their expected win-loss is 2-2. The Phillies, sitting in second place, just a half game back of the Marlins, have scored a division-high 19 runs, but have also given up 14 for a +5 run differential, the best in the NL East, with an expected win-loss of 2-1. The Mets are 1-2. They have scored 5 runs, given up 6 for a -1 run differential. The Washington Nationals, if you've been paying attention, played the Phillies, so their run differential is just the inverse of the Phillies right now. 14-4, 19 against, a -5. And then the Atlanta Braves are 0-4. They've scored 7, given up 17, and have a run differential of a -10. Going around the rest of the National League, the St. Louis Cardinals have the second best run differential in baseball. They're 3-0, have scored 19 runs, given up 6 for a +13 run differential. The Cincinnati Reds are in second place in the NL Central. They're 1-2, but they have a -4 run differential. The Cubs are 2-4. They played 6 games, actually. I stand corrected there. They are 2-4. They have scored 25 runs, but they've given up 37 already for a total of -12. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 1-3. They are the inverse of the Miami Marlins. They've scored 14, given up 16, have a -2. And the Milwaukee Brewers ran into the torpedo bats of the New York Yankees. Scored 14, gave up 36, have a -22 run differential, the worst in the National League. The Dodgers are 5-0, have a +14 run differential. They've scored the most runs in the National League at 30. The Padres are the inverse of the Braves. They've scored 17, given up 7 for a +10 run differential. The San Francisco Giants have scored 14, given up 10. They have a +4 run differential. The Arizona Diamondbacks have scored 27, given up 21 for a +6. And then the Colorado Rockies have scored 8, given up 10 for a -2 run differential. And then we go to the American League, where the Yankees have scored 36 runs, given up 14, the inverse of the Brewers. They have a +22 run differential. The Tampa Bay Rays are 2-1. They have a 10 scored, 8 against. The Orioles have scored 24. They have given up 18. The Blue Jays are the inverse of the Orioles, 18 scored, 24 against. And the Boston Red Sox, 11 scored, 13 against. The Cleveland Guardians have a +6 run differential. The Chicago White Sox have a +5 run differential. The Kansas City Royals have a -6. The Detroit Tigers have a -8. And the Minnesota Twins have a -13. Now, hold on just a minute. How are the Dodgers 5-0, but the Cubs are 6-0? Did the Cubs play a 4-game series against the Diamondbacks? That they did. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then in the AL West, the Texas Rangers are 3-1. They have a +2 run differential. The Houston Astros are 2-1. They have a +1 run differential. They ain't scoring anything. The Angels are 2-1, have a -5 run differential. The Athletics are 2-2. They have a +6 run differential. And the Seattle Mariners are 2-2. They have a -6 run differential. And those are your NL East and MLB run differentials for you. As we also take a look at our favorite stat to track here. A brand new stat, and we'll be keeping track overall for the months. We're going to keep track of the winners of the month this year for sure. As we take a look at the Platinum Plunk Award. If you're new to the show, the Platinum Plunk is our way of keeping track of the most obscure stat in baseball, the hit by pitch. As we've grown up as Phillies fans, Chase Utley was a warrior for getting hit by a pitch, making sure he was taking over the team. So we are going to, all season long, if you're new to the show, we did this last year as well, we take a look at who leads Major League Baseball as a team, who leads as a player, and then the Phillies player who's been hit by the most pitches as well. So, looking around Major League Baseball to start the season, we have a 4-way tie for the lead with 3. And that is the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Baltimore Orioles, the New York Yankees, and the Seattle Mariners. The Rockies, Royals, Angels, Marlins, Brewers, Mets, Pirates, Cardinals, Rangers, and Nationals have all been hit by 2 pitches. The Athletics, Red Sox, Cubs, Reds, Astros, Dodgers, Phillies, Padres, Giants, Tampa Bay Rays, Toronto Blue Jays, and that is it for this category, have all been hit by 1. And then the Clean Sheet Club, the Braves, the White Sox, the Guardians, Detroit Tigers, and Minnesota Twins. The Guardians and the Twins were in a dogfight for most of last season to be the leaders in the clubhouse for the hit by pitch. And right now, after one weekend, there is a sole leader in the hit by pitch category, and that is Arizona Diamondbacks phenom outfielder Corbin Carroll has been hit by 2 pitches. A plethora of players have been hit by 1. Your Philadelphia Phillies player, though, leading the pack for the hit by pitch is, let's see, there it is. Okay. It's always tough to scroll down and make sure you're staying on the correct statistical line. Here we go. Kyle Schwarber, your leader in the clubhouse for the Phillies. He is your lone hit by pitch player for the Phils after the first weekend of games. So there you have it. It is a 3-way tie between the Diamondbacks, the Orioles, the Yankees, and the Mariners, who the Mariners are the reigning champions. Corbin Carroll leading the way for Major League Baseball, and Kyle Schwarber leading the way for the Philadelphia Phillies. And that is the Platinum Plunk Award. It's brought to you by our friends at Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. Go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Pittsburgh areas. Must be 21 or older to do so. Again, that's kenwoodbeer.com. And again, must be 21 or older to do so. And please, guys, drink responsibly. Your Platinum Plunk Award may be brought to you by Kenwood Beer. We should reach out to them and see if they want to provide that. But our breakdown was brought to you by our good pals at Kenny. Phil's upcoming series, before I get into what's new at the ballpark, upcoming series against the Rockies. Christopher Sanchez on the mound on Monday for the home opener against German Marquez. Kyle Freeland will be pitching for the Rockies on Wednesday against Zach Wheeler. And then on Thursday, I forget who is slated to pitch for the Rockies, but it's Taijuan Walker for the Phillies on Thursday. Here we go. Thursday for the Rockies, it will be... Oh, Antonio Senzatella. When's the last time Senzatella pitched? Wow, it's been a while for him. He hasn't pitched a full season since 2022. Damn. That's crazy. So he's back. Which lines up Friday for the Phillies to be, if I'm not mistaken, the way it'll go, it'll be Luzardo on Friday, Nola on Saturday, Sanchez on Sunday. So that'll be fun. I'll see Christopher Sanchez pitch twice in my 4 games. I'll be at Citizens Bank Park. I think Sanchez getting the home opener is really, really cool for him. What an honor to be bestowed upon him. Just kind of shows the faith that Topper and Caleb Cotham and the rest of the Phils organization have in Christopher Sanchez. And I think it's really cool that he gets that opportunity to go out there and flash his stuff in a playoff-esque environment. Like the home opener in baseball is very playoff-esque because there's so much pomp and circumstance. The crowd is sold out. It's going to be an electric environment. And I think Christopher Sanchez has earned that honor, to say the least. So I'm very happy for Sanchez to be able to go out there and pitch in front of 45,000 plus at Citizens Bank Park on Monday afternoon. And then, a nice little homestand against the Rockies and the Dodgers. And that Dodgers series is going to be paramount for the Phils. An early season test against the best team, the defending World Series champions, who you went 5-1 against last year in the regular season. I'll take that any day of the week. And with the pitching rotation you have lined up to face them, potentially, of Luzardo, Nola, and Sanchez, that's a pretty damn good 1-2-3 punch to go up against that Dodgers lineup before you head down to Atlanta to take on the Braves for a 3-game set, and then to go to St. Louis for 3 before you come back home to play the Giants and the Marlins. I feel good. I'm feeling really excited about what's to come these next 6 games here at home to kind of get the home slate going, get the fans riled up. And speaking of getting the fans riled up, I had the distinct pleasure of being invited to the Phillies sneak peek What's New at Citizens Bank Park event on Friday night. First and foremost, I want to thank Deb Rinaldi and the entire Phillies communications team for inviting myself, for inviting Underground Sports Philadelphia to be in the building. It was a true honor and just so much fun to be there to kind of get a first look at what's coming to the stadium. Definitely a night that, yes, it's a media event, but, as a lifelong Phillies fan and as somebody who cares about this organization so much and is covering them as a fan for fans on this podcast, it was really a night I will not forget for a long, long time. So thank you to the Phillies for having me and having Underground Sports Philadelphia at such an amazing event. As for what went down, I got to see all the new stuff coming to the Phillies team store that I will certainly be buying a plethora of this week. I got to see a bunch of the new giveaways that will be given out throughout the season. I got to try a bunch of the new food that will be at Citizens Bank Park, and Citizens Bank Park was ranked number 2 in food in Major League Baseball. And all of a sudden, the hate coming from people online about the food at CBP is crazy to me. Citizens Bank Park, if you're not having a good food experience, you're not looking for it. CBP has some of the best food items in Major League Baseball. And they're adding more. And I have a rundown of what's coming to Citizens Bank Park here for you guys. I have a full video as well coming out that will be up by the time you guys are listening to this, hopefully as well, to kind of just see and hear what's going to be new at Citizens Bank Park, from food to merchandise to the upgrades to Citizens Bank Park as a stadium are spectacular. So coming to Citizens Bank Park, get ready. Get ready, everybody, because let's start with what's new in technology. There's a new suite LED ring displays and special lighting effects. So if you're looking at Citizens Bank Park, there's 2 new LED ribbon strips that go around the entire stadium that are full-color displays above and below the suite level, spanning over 3,100 square feet in length on the upper level and 3,700 square feet on the lower level. These displays will feature real-time statistical information, interactive game prompts, out-of-town scores, and sponsor graphics, working in concert with special ballpark lighting effects during key moments in Phillies games. They look spectacular, guys. Like, the upgrade there alone has just given CBP a little bit of a facelift that I think if it wasn't there, we wouldn't realize it needed. But seeing it up close and personal firsthand, it is such a positive change, and it looks so good. I'm excited to see it fully functioning throughout the week at these games. The Xfinity Home Run Takeover. Every Phillies home run will trigger a custom light show that will illuminate the ballpark foul pole to foul pole. At the center of it is an all-new, supersized Xfinity logo in right center field that pulses with color during each celebration. Located next to the Phillies' iconic home run bell, this new feature adds an unforgettable spark to every big moment. I saw a lot of people complaining about it when the picture came out. I think either my good pal Ty Daubert, who's going to be joining us on the show throughout the season. Hopefully we're going to work to get Ty on a bunch, and Destiny Legardo were at the event as well. One of them tweeted a picture of it, and we're already complaining about it. Guys, genuinely, it's not that big from a distance. It might be, I didn't get to see it up close, being out in the outfield. I was behind home plate when I saw it. It's not that big. It's not that distracting. Like, if you're not distracted by the Phillies bell, that is gigantor, you're not going to be distracted by the Xfinity X. It's not that big a deal. I can't wait to see this home run takeover, though. I need home runs to be flying this week. This is the crazy part, because I took video, and the sound just on my little, iPhone speakers is absurd. Upgrades were made to the ballpark sound system thanks to the addition of 28 subwoofers to the terrace and pavilion decks, enhancing both music and voice messaging and improving the audio experience for all fans. Guys, let me tell you, Citizens Bank Park is a loud place. Jeff Passan said it himself. It's an SEC football stadium inside of a baseball stadium. The sound at Citizens Bank Park, where it was just media and some select season ticket holders and Philly staff outside taking all of this in, as Dan Baker's beautiful serenading voice spoke over a microphone, and music played, and all the sounds were playing throughout the stadium. My body was shaking. It is going to be a party at Citizens Bank Park when that place gets loud. And it's going to be loud off the rip. I cannot wait to experience it. Field level signage will also have a new look with the addition of new 4.4 millimeter video displays that produce full color video, animations, and scoring and timing data. Audio and video enhancements were made to the Kona Big Wave Bar at Pass and Stowe, as well as the CP Ranking Club, which now features over 54 linear feet of 1.9 millimeter LED technology integrated into a circular halo, also providing real-time updates, game data, statistics, and sports telecasts. There's a new mural at the stadium as well, up in the bleacher area. New mural that is super, super cool. The City of Brotherly Love, designed by local artist Lindsay Archer. And Lindsay was at the event. She got a jersey. She got an awesome check as well. Shout out to Lindsay. I can't wait to see the mural up close and personal. There's new and improved party tent at the King Swings Courtyard, completely renovated for 2025. The party tent is one of the unique pregame hospitality areas for group entertainment. The area, available for groups of 125 and over, features a beautiful new indoor tent with skylights, TVs, and a climate-enhanced atmosphere, along with outdoor deck seating. There's a way for you to book that if you go to phillies.com/group tickets. And this is one of my favorite things because it makes me feel like the Phillies have been listening to the podcast. I started saying this during the playoffs of 2023, that baseball stadiums, if they're going to implement the pitch clock, which I'm totally fine with. The pitch clock, I have no issues with. But you need to open the stadiums earlier so that fans have a chance to experience what your ballpark brings to the table. Baseball stadiums, more so than any other sport, are unique. They have their own features. They have their own food. They have their own just like historic, cultural, amenities to take in. And by implementing the pitch clock, you miss out on that experience that you traditionally had prior to the pitch clock era. And I said they need to start opening the gates earlier, accommodate the workers and staff and everything to make sure they get paid for their time, but open the gates earlier. Citizens Bank Park, everybody. The third base gate and left field gate will now open early each game, Monday through Friday, 2 hours prior to game time. And on Saturday and Sunday, 2.5 hours prior to game time, giving fans access to the main concourse from Pass and Stow and the Phillies' New Era team store through the outfield to the yard. All other gates will open 90 minutes prior to first pitch. So if you want to get into the stadium early, go to the third base or left field gate. I genuinely recommend it, especially if you're coming from out of town and you've never experienced Citizens Bank Park before. I highly recommend going in early, taking in the whole stadium. It's my favorite stadium in all of baseball, and USA Today agrees because Citizens Bank Park was ranked the #1 stadium in baseball this year. Some new food and drink items at Citizens Bank Park for your consumption pleasure. Al Cappuccino spiked coffee. It's hard coffee cocktails made with oat milk, natural ingredients and flavors, available at all drink locations. Strawberry acai hard refreshers are also available, made with real fruit juices, green coffee extract, and natural flavors. Jason Kelsey's Garage Beer will be available at beer stands throughout the ballpark. Philly's Best Steaks. I tried these. I can highly recommend. They were fantastic. Genuinely said it was probably like an 8, anywhere from an 8.3 to an 8.6 cheesesteak. It was delicious. Headquartered and manufactured in Greater Philadelphia, they'll be supplying steak meat for sandwiches and dishes throughout the ballpark. Char gluten-free dedicated stand, featuring a full lineup of gluten-free breads, hot dogs, cheesesteaks, turkey clubs, packaged snacks, and more. Wrexham Lager, Rob McElhaney's beverage here, the multi-award-winning high-quality lager beer, will now be offered at locations across the ballpark. It is the first stadium outside of Wrexham to have Wrexham Lager available to the fans, which I think is pretty cool. Zomos, an ultra-premium artisanal mezcal from Oaxaca. Apologies there. Number one, I'm not an alcohol consumer, so I don't really know how to pronounce these things. But there's a connection due to Ryan Howard being an investor. It'll be offered at ballpark bar locations. So now Ryan Howard is in Citizens Bank Park. On the food side of things, he is an initial investor in Colby's Chicken, and now with Zomos. Some new chef creations at Citizens Bank Park that are exclusive offerings. The Black Bean Burger from Green and Grain, section 125 for all you vegan friends out there. It's a vegan option, Chipotle Black Bean Burger with vegan cheddar, house-made burger sauce, which is also vegan, and veggies. That's in section 125 at Greens and Grains. Bull's Barbecue House Chips and Dip. I tried these. They were very delicious. Great new side coming to Bull's Barbecue. Freshly fried chips coated with a barbecue blend of spices, served alongside Grillo's Pickle Bacon Dip. More Bull's Barbecue specials that will be rotating throughout the season include Hush Puppies with a remoulade sauce, Jerk Half Chicken with rice, peas, and plantains, Char Siu Pork Sandwich with kimchi, and andouille sausage and vegetable kebabs. If you know me, I love Bull's Barbecue, so I'm very excited for a lot of those items. Pass and Stow. There's a new Cobb salad with mixed lettuce, bacon, blue cheese, hard-boiled egg, pickled onions, and avocado ranch. The crispy chicken sandwich at Pass and Stowe has my platinum seal of approval. That sandwich, I will be thinking about that sandwich forever. Okay, I tried this sandwich, and I went back for seconds at the event because it was that good. It was the best chicken sandwich I've ever had. It is so good. If you're going to a Phillies game, you're looking for something new to eat, that's simple, easy, clean to eat, the Pass and Stowe crispy chicken sandwich. It's a buttermilk marinated chicken breast, pickled slaw, and hot honey aioli to die for. It's at Pass and Stowe. Can't recommend it enough. There is a new kosher grill behind Section 124 that launched last season. The kosher grill has been moved behind home plate for 2025. New to the menu is a pulled brisket sandwich. So the kosher grill is back, but in a new location at Section 124. Kyle's Cutlets, not me though, Kyle Schwarber. It's at Coca-Cola Corner, the Kyle Schwarber chicken sandwich. It's a chicken cutlet sandwich topped with creamy burrata, crispy fried pepperoni, and arugula, drizzled with a sweet and spicy hot honey sauce on Alessio's roll. A portion of the proceeds from every sandwich sold will be donated to Schwarber's Neighborhood Heroes, founded by designated hitter Kyle Schwarber. I like this. I personally just don't like arugula, but I tried it with the arugula. I would get it without that, but that's just me. But it works. Everything works on that. Big fan of Kyle's Cutlet sandwich, and it goes to a good cause for part of the proceeds. Lissio's hot dog rolls at all concession stands. The hot dog roll is now Lissio's, and I got to say, it's a vast improvement. Big fan. Love it. Bread quality on any sandwich is pristine if it's going to be a good sandwich or a good hot dog or a good burger or a good pizza. Lissio's hot dog roll, fantastic new touch. PJ Willihan's onion rings, served with a Creole mayo. Cannot recommend it enough. It has my platinum seal of approval. That Creole mayo was delicious, and I'm not even a mayo guy. It did not taste like mayo, but the onion rings were phenomenal. Uncle Charlie's Express, which is behind Section 319, featuring your favorite ballpark cheesesteaks, french fries, chicken tenders, and other ballpark favorites. So there's the Uncle Charlie's that's down on the concourse level. This is the Express section up in Section 319 to make things easier so you don't have to go downstairs all the way. New indulgences and sweet treats. The beverage bat, which was featured all across social media. You guys have seen that. The cotton candy mask, which I like the mask. It's much different than I thought. I thought it was going to be like a paper mask or something like that. It's like a hard plastic, like really cool Fanatic mask. So if you get cotton candy, definitely check that bad boy out. The Fastball Souvenir Cup, the Four Walls Irish Coffee Tiramisu that's in the CP Ranking Club. I had never had tiramisu until Friday night. I'm not a coffee person. That tiramisu was fantastic. Seal of approval from your boy. Definitely recommend. The Red Velvet Affogato, which has been featured everywhere, that is at the Yard behind Section 102. So if you're looking for the Red Velvet Affogato dessert, that is at Section 102. The on-field ice cream caps. There's some new mini helmets that you'll get throughout the season. Very, very cool. There's a City Connect one. There's two of them featuring the Fanatic. There's a baby blue, royal blue brim one that kind of looks like the Phillies and Royals had a baby. And then there's an old school Phila one from like way back in the day. Very cool new selection there. And the ever so internet famous S'mores Quesadilla that's also at Coca-Cola Corner. Nutella, mini marshmallows, graham cracker crumble in a crispy flour tortilla served with a chocolate dipping sauce. I'm not a Nutella guy. I'm not a marshmallow guy. That thing worked. I liked it. Big fan. Big fan. Seal of approval. Definitely recommend it. Whole bunch of new stuff coming to Citizens Bank Park as well. Bunch of new Fanatic gear. Bunch of new high-end golf collection gear from Peter Millar, Travis Matthew, Johnny O, and more. And the Bat King was there. We're going to be working to get the Bat King on the show this season from Victus Bats, who are now the official bat partner of Major League Baseball. He was there doing his thing. I'm a huge fan of Victus Bats, and we are going to work to get Victus Bats on the show. We might be going to their HQ and to their workshop to take a look at all the sights and sounds, but Citizens Bank Park is going to be amazing this year, guys. I cannot tell you how excited this event got me, and you're going to love every single second of what is new at Citizens Bank Park. And I'm geeking out to take it all in and see it in real time. And I like all the new merchandise that's going to be at the team store. The giveaways look amazing. I saw the board shorts for Father's Day for the first time. They look awesome. I cannot wait to get those. It's going to be a party at Citizens Bank Park all season long, and I can't wait to take it all in. We are going to be doing our damnedest to do more alongside the Phillies this year too, which I'm so excited about. I was talking with a number of people on Friday night on things we can do with the Phillies to just get more exposure and collaborate and connect with the team. And they're all about it. And that just has me excited. That has me like, it's one of those things that like you dream of as a kid when you're trying to get into sports media and your favorite team is down to talk shop and brainstorm ideas to get you more integrated with the team and the team more integrated with your content. And I'm very excited for what we can accomplish with the Phillies this year and beyond. And we're going to have so much fun this season at Citizens Bank Park. The content we're going to be creating at the stadium is going to be second to none. Nobody's going to be doing it like us. And I'm just excited for the things that, as the season goes on, we're going to be able to do. And it's all because of stuff that you guys do, like following us, interacting with our content. That helps us get to these points. So thank you to you guys listening and watching at home for helping us get into the building like that and be part of something like that and be welcomed with open arms by the Phillies organization. It was so awesome meeting so many people who I've known by name for years and now finally getting to meet them, have conversations with them. It was truly an event that I'll remember for a very, 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 very long time. And I'm looking forward to just seeing everything in motion. You know, come the home opener, come this week. It's going to be so much fun, and I can't wait to take it all in. And you guys are going to be along for the ride with us. So get ready for it all, because we're going to be popping off. Okay? We're going to be popping off this week in particular with so much coming. Content-wise from Citizens Bank Park, and then just all season long. So buckle up, everybody. But also buckle up because it's time to dive into the madness. It is brought to you by our friends over at FOCO. Guys, we love FOCO here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. They're the presenting partner of Underground Madness, our March Madness coverage. We're going to have Final Four live streams and a championship live stream coming up in the next couple of days. That'll be next week, which is crazy to think about that March Madness is like almost over. But you still have time to take advantage of this awesome deal that FOCO has for all of our listeners and all of our fans. Check out everything FOCO has to offer by visiting our link in the description. Their college gear, second to none. Their collectibles, neon signs, their merchandise for your favorite sports team is going to be the best merchandise you find on the internet. Okay, I can guarantee that. Use our link in the description. And now through April 8th, get 10% off when you use code Underground10 at checkout when you use our link to shop with FOCO. Code Underground10 at checkout when you use our link to shop with FOCO to get 10% off your next order from our friends at FOCO. And FOCO is the presenting partner of Underground Madness 2025. Crazy to think that we are We are here. We are at the Final Four. The Final Four. The Elite Eight has come and gone. Florida advances over Texas Tech, 84-79. Duke advances over Alabama, 85-65. Houston advances over Tennessee, 69-50. And Auburn survives Michigan State, 70-64. Setting up for the first time since 2008, a Final Four featuring all 4 1 seeds. All 4 1 seeds make the Final Four. Your Final Four games Saturday at 6:09 p.m. and 8:49 p.m., both in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. Crazy. It's crazy. This is the first time since 2008 that we have an all 1 seed chalk madness. But hey, Phillies fans, you remember what happened in 2008 as well? Observing. We're observing over here. What else happened in 2008? The last time things went chalk in the NCAA tournament? Oh. Brian Windhorst. Observing. So it'll be Florida and Auburn, Houston and Duke for a trip to play in the championship game on Monday, April 7th. Chalk madness. I mean, Duke absolutely routed Alabama. That was the big kind of like middle fingers to the sky type situation. Houston wins by almost 20 against Tennessee. Florida wins by 5. 84-79. Is that right? Is the math right there? I feel dumb. Yeah, they win by 5, which was the fewest points won by. And then Auburn wins by 6, 70-64. Auburn and Florida is going to be fascinating. Because for the most part, those two were kind of the darling 1 seed in Florida, and Auburn was like the speculative, could they lose early on 1 seed because they struggled going into the tournament. Houston and Duke is going to be points, and more points. Let's see what the spreads are in those games, because I am so curious what the points are going to be totaled in these for both. I'm curious. I think these games could be extremely high scoring for what it's worth. Let's see. So the spreads for the Final Four. Auburn and Florida. Florida's a 2.5 point favorite. The total over-under is 160.5. Duke and Houston. Duke's a 4.5 point favorite. The total is 136.5. Interesting. I thought Duke and Houston would have been a lot higher of an over-under total there, because I thought both teams can score. But pretty interesting. I'm fascinated that it went chalk like this. It was talked about as the most chalk final tournament that we could have in years, and that's exactly what we ended up getting. That is exactly what we ended up getting. And I know a lot of people are probably bummed that we are down to just 1 seeds in this thing. But at the end of the day, we're set up now for 2 incredible games to set up what could be a phenomenal championship, no matter who advances. Because you have the 4 best teams, according to the committee, according to a lot of people, even outside the committee, that these are the 4 best teams in college basketball this year. Florida, Auburn, Houston, Duke. Those are your 4 1 seeds. They got in as 1 seeds, and now we're poised to have an electric Saturday night with 2 semifinal games, essentially. That could be ones for the ages. And if that doesn't have you excited, I don't know what to tell you. And on the women's side of things, we still have 2 games to be played on Monday. But advancing to the Final Four, Miss Dawn Staley and South Carolina, let's go. Advancing 54-50 over Duke. And UCLA punched their first Final Four ticket in team history on the women's side of things, beating LSU 72-65. And then on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, it'll be number 1 Texas against number 2 TCU. So an inter-Texas matchup there for a date with Dawn Staley and South Carolina. And then it'll be USC and UConn at 9 p.m. for a date with UCLA. Now, I have to say, I think storyline-wise, whoever comes out of the TCU-Texas game, they're going to have earned it. That's going to be a phenomenal game. You're taking on Dawn Staley. If UConn advances, you have Paige Beckers going to the Final Four, which is amazing. If USC advances, it sucks that Juju Watkins is now out with her ACL injury. I hope nothing but the best for Juju with her recovery. But you could set up a USC-UCLA Final Four matchup, which is just absolute scenes from a storyline perspective. Those games will be played on Friday, the Final Four for the women's, with the championship being on Sunday at 3 Eastern, which we will also have a stream for. It might be a little late because I'll be at the Phillies game, but I'll have it set up for the crew to go live on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, let me check on my women's bracket too, because for a while there, your boy had a perfect bracket going on the first day of the women's tournament, which was a whole lot of fun to pay attention to. I'll tell you that much. Let's see my bracket here. I'm still doing really well. Holy moly. So I had South Carolina over Duke. I had UCLA over LSU. Did I have UCLA advancing? Is that correct? Yes, I did. Look at me. I have Texas and I have UConn in my Final Four. I could end up getting the women's Final Four correct. Because I picked Texas and I picked UConn to advance, and I mean, hey, if I get the women's Final Four correct, I'd be pretty damn impressed. Women's basketball fucking rules, guys. They are certified hoopers. My men's bracket, not so great. It's 78.1% as opposed to 98.8% in the women's with 1,020 points, 1,410 in the men's. Yeah, my bracket not that great. What did I do? Did I get? Yeah, I picked Michigan State to beat Auburn. Unfortunate. So I lost 2 Final Four teams, and I got 2 correct. I got 2 out of 4 correct because the 2 seeds let me down. I picked St. John's and Michigan State to go to the Final Four. That stinks. Let's see. Here we go. But yeah, my women's bracket doing damn good. I'm ranked 42,540, 98.8%. Let's see my full breakdown of points. For the women's bracket, my round of 64, I got 280 out of 320. I had a perfect Sweet 16. Holy moly. And right now, I'm almost perfect in my Elite 8. God damn. I'm a fucking ball knower. Women's hoop knower. That's crazy. How many picks did I totally get wrong? Round of 64. I got 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. I got 3 picks wrong in the round of... Oh, no. 4 picks wrong in the round of 64. 4 picks wrong. And then in the round of 32, I got 1 pick wrong, 2 pick wrong, 3 pick wrong. So 4 in the round of 64, 3 in the round of 32. Sweet 16, I was perfect. And now I'm halfway to perfection in the Elite 8. That's crazy. Shout out to me. Yeah, let's check in on our Tournament Challenge Bracket Challenge. It is crazy. It's brought to you by FOCO. We love FOCO. Like I mentioned, use code Underground, 10% off. Underground 10 for 10% off your next order by using our link in the description. Our group is crazy. We have our group results right here. Tater Rensenbrink is in first place with 1,100 points, 1,740 remaining. Mickey's Madness 2025 is in second place with 1,090 with 1,730 points remaining. Chris Barnes 8 is in third place with 1,690 points remaining. Blazers bracket, which I have reason to believe that's Blaze Reardon, has 1,040 points remaining with 1,520 maximum points. Alyssa's picks with 1,030 points, 1,670 remaining. Zach Leiter's picks, 1,020 scored points with 1,660 remaining. DJ, the boy, the host of the Outside the Box podcast with yours truly, at 1,010 has 1,650 points remaining. Miss Purple's picks 1,000 points, 1,640 remaining. The Sports Nut is in 9th with 990 and 1,630 remaining, and then H Grove 25 is in 10th with 980 and 1,620 remaining. Your boys in 13th, though, I don't have a shot at winning because I would need Duke to win, and they're not playing a team that I have on the other side of the bracket. Christian is right behind me in 15th. Looking at the rest of the company here. Stevie Max in 22nd. The OG is in 28th. My dad got the entire Final Four correct. Shout out to the OG. He just went on vibes. Matt is in 30th in a tie for 30th. CFO Margie is in a tie for 34th with Stevie Mac's brother and a couple other people. Friend of the program, Wyatt Miller, former Water Dogs beat writer, now works for the Rams. He's in 37th. Casey's in 44th, but she lost her winner in Maryland. Patty Pitts is in 52nd. He lost his winner in Michigan. And Hoots, he's in 63rd. He had Arizona winning it all. And that's about it. So, yeah, right now, according to the group forecast, which is ESPN's like analytics predicting the chances that each bracket has of winning the group, I have 0%. I cannot win the bracket challenge. Mickey's Madness has a 24.4% chance to win, as well as 24.4% chance to finish top 3 and top 5. DJ has a chance to win. If Duke wins it all and Auburn reach the national championship, we also have a way for a couple other brackets to make it. So unfortunately for Blaze cannot win, even though he's ranked 4th. But he has a 27.9% chance to finish top 3 and top 5. Tater Rensenbrink has a 6.5% chance to win. Wow. I guess because he has Houston going to the championship over Duke. But yeah, right now, in the driver's seat to win it all is Mickey's Madness and DJ are kind of the top dogs. 24.4% for Mickey and 19.2% for DJ. So that's kind of the battle there as we look at things. Crazy world. But our bracket challenge also brought to you by our friends at Paramount Plus. Guys, there's still time. If you are a student and you want to check out the Final Four and the championship game, you still have time to sign up for Paramount Plus and get 50% off any Paramount Plus plan when you use our link in the description. Use our link, sign up for Paramount Plus, any Paramount Plus plan, and you'll get 50% off any Paramount Plus plan when you sign up using our link. We love Paramount Plus. They are truly the best. Sign up for Paramount Plus today. Use our link in the description. Don't miss out on any remaining games of the men's Final Four or championship. Sign up now through the end of the tournament to get 50% off any and all Paramount Plus plans. Get started today. Shout out to Paramount Plus for hooking up all the students out there. That's all we got for you guys on this one. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're going to be at Citizens Bank Park literally pretty much all week. It's going to be a blast. Looking forward to everything at the ballpark coming to life. Follow us. Subscribe to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It goes a long way for helping not only this show continue to grow, but every show on our network. Clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. So keep subscribing. YouTube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Leave a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. Click that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. Leave me a voicemail at speakpipe.com/UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Voicemail line is open 24/7, 365. Be sure to leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. I want to hear from you guys. So leave us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. And this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland. And guys, whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or you're a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers both an affordable business location and an excellent quality of life. The city's economic development department is a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process, and their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. This has been episode number 729 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. The Phils are back, and our Final Four is set. We'll be back on Thursday once I get back from Citizens Bank Park. Just kidding. once I get back from CBP on Wednesdays when we're recording. But new episode on Thursday with yours truly and Harrison. Maybe we'll get Stevie Mack in the mix to talk about the Final Four with us a little bit too. Also, go check out our interview with Tyler Lochte, student media from the University of Maryland, who called the lone buzzer beater of the opening weekend of March Madness. A great sit down with Tyler. Definitely give him a follow on socials. He does a great job covering sports for the University of Maryland. Great sit down with him on the last episode of the pod that you don't want to miss out on. So definitely go check that out. But I'm going to head up out of here. I got a long week ahead of me. I'll catch you guys on Thursday's episode with HK. But until then, I'm getting the heck up out of here. I'm signing off. Go Phils. Peace.